Hi, this is Nick Elson, and welcome to my engineering page. I'm not a real engineer, but I do like to tinker, and I like to share what I tinker with. So real fast, this is what this page will be about for the most part. All right, let's take a quick stop with the shop. What you have here is my garage. This is kind of my space. It came with all kinds of shelving that made it really nice, and what we're going to talk about in several other videos. I've got Raspberry Pi and Arduino electronics workstation over here. I do have a electronics engineering associate's degree and an automated manufacturing technologies degree from ITT Tech. I took that back in the early 90s, if you can believe that. Otherwise, I'm a network engineer by trade that I will claim engineering for because I do have the certs to show for it. Lots of electronic goodie parts, so a lot of the things I build I'll already have the parts for that I've torn apart out of something else. Then we got the computer that I do all my Fusion and Aspire and other design work on, and then there's the MPCNC, which is probably the bulk of my favorite toy that I've built so far, and we'll talk about how all this works. So everything from why you need a dust separator, a way to house all your electronic components, and what that might look like. This one here has a real nice touchscreen on it, but why would you do that? How to run a CO2 laser. So you see the CO2 laser there. You see some product from the CO2 laser. You understand, or you will understand, why I have a bed of nails down on my spoil board right now. You'll see the different end effectors that I've worked with and the attachments I've built for them. When I first got my MPCNC 3 years ago, dual end stops were my thing, and there wasn't the belt driven stops that Ryan has now, so I did my own. Built my own cable chain tracks and whatnot. Those are pretty normal, but I definitely recommend them. You'd see why I have this snuffleupagus-like hose sitting down in front of my workstation. This one here goes up to a little duct fan and out the door. Below that, my neighbors. For fume control, or you can take use of one of those carbon air filters. They work very nice as well. Let's see, what else we got here? What is really fun is I use a full Rambo, and so I make use of the outputs of the full Rambo on a little connector on my box. So this little connector here gives me access to all 3 fan ports and 1 TTL level output that I can use to turn things on and off. So we'll have the Internet of Things power strips over here that I can turn on and off. Router speed controller, and I got a spindle here for our spindle power supply, and a laser power supply, and in other words, a real mess. And let's see, other than that, I think then I'll sit down and I'll do some template out design on how I've built things, and we'll see. It won't be just for the MPCNC group, but I will have got a nice little Raspberry Pi 4 here that's testing out a battery backup unit. I can probably get about 6 hours of runtime on that guy at about 50% CPU. It's kind of nice. I'm planning on inventing something for the car, and I'll have to probably use the CNC to make that. Oh gosh. Well, that's it for this introduction video. Just kind of wanted to give you guys, this is the standard shop. A lot of old junk tools I got from my dad when he passed away, and a few new things from Lowe's. It's the closest hardware store to me, so a lot of things will be from Lowe's. And then of course, I have all the parts for one more MPCNC sitting in a box up there from Ryan, including a full Rambo that will eventually become my next build when I get around to it.